Civil engineering is a field of engineering that focuses on the design and construction of the structures in our world that connect us and help us function, including roads, bridges, canals, dams, and buildings. In order to be a civil engineer, there are a couple essential skills you must have, including critical thinking, visualization, project management, and technical skills. Problems come up constantly on construction sites, and civil engineers are the ones that must solve them. Civil engineers must deal with the most complex problems as quickly and efficiently as possible while still being as precise and accurate as possible. One mistake could lead to thousands of dollars in damages or worse, someone being injured on the scene. In order to do this, they must use their critical thinking skills to assess the pros and cons of each possible solution and find which will work the best. Civil engineers also need good visualization skills to be able to see what a project is going to look like in the end and also what will happen when large components of projects come together. By being able to see something before it is built, they can check for possible problems that could occur and fix them before they even happen. This saves them time and energy because they will not need to go back and fix the problem after. As a civil engineer, it is important that you are able to assess the work being done on the project to make sure that it meets log requirements and safety standards. They must also be able to accurately estimate the cost and timing for a project in order to keep clients happy. Without good project management skills, this would be impossible. Finally, to be any kind of engineer, you need to know the physics and math behind everything that you are building or creating. For this reason, a civil engineer must have advanced technical skills such as algebra, geometry, trig, and calculus, which they use in their design work as well as their problem solving. They must also be proficient in reading financial spreadsheets as they must take into account budgets and costs of their project. Civil engineers must also have certain personal attributes for them to excel, such as being communicative, having good leadership, being flexible, being logical, and being enthusiastic. Civil engineers are the ones in charge of the overall design and construction of a project. They must have great communication skills in order for all the workers on the site to know and understand what's going on and for everyone to be able to work as a team. They must also be good leaders to be a good civil engineer. If not, workers will not take them seriously and will think of it as a joke. From day one, the engineer must take control of his team as a captain would of a hockey or soccer team. When on site, nothing will ever go according to plan, which means that civil engineers have to adapt quickly and easily to anything thrown their way. They need to be flexible and learn to work with every unexpected change and delay. As a civil engineer, you also need to be logical when talking to a client. You need to be able to tell them realistic goals when discussing budget and time frame. You cannot say that you will be able to build a building for half the cost of someone else when you know that that will be nearly impossible. Finally, you must be enthusiastic. Nobody wants to work for a boss who is boring and only cares about him or herself. They need to be fun, engaging, and enthusiastic to ensure that the workers on site want to work for them. To get into a university to become a civil engineer, you need to have good background in physics, math, and also chemistry. Mandatory courses include advanced functions, grade 12 physics, grade 12 chemistry, and one of either calculus, grade 12 biology, or grade 12 earth and space science. However, calculus is recommended. You also need 2 other grade 12 university level courses, and it is recommended that you have at least 1 grade 12 language credit. Once in, you will need to take all the courses from the engineering and or civil engineering curriculum. These courses include things such as structural analysis, structural design, civil engineering systems, mechanics of materials, thermodynamics, and fluid mechanics. You will also be required to take 4 or 5 electric courses such as highway and pavement design, waste management, project cost estimating, construction planning and control, and design of steel structures. These courses will take a total of 4 years, and after that you will officially be a civil engineer. Average starting salary for a civil engineer is just under $59,000 depending on their university and the degree they have. After 10 years, that number increases to at least $66,000 but reaches as high as $94,000. This will depend on what company you were working for, the kind of work you did in those 10 years, your current position in the company, and also what kind of jobs you are working on. For example, someone working for a municipality will not earn as much as someone working for a private company. By the end of your career, you could be making upwards of $130,000. There are many schools that offer excellent courses in civil engineering both in Canada and the US. One of the top schools is MIT. Founded in 1861, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology has a very strong engineering program. They make it their mission to educate their students in areas that will best serve the world in the 21st century, and have made world-changing advances in all corners of science and technology, including engineering. The university is located in Cambridge, Massachusetts, just across the river from Boston. MIT is known as one of the best universities around the world, and you will certainly be taken seriously with a degree from there. Another university is the University of Toronto. U of T has arguably the best civil engineering program in the country. It has been internationally recognized for some of its research, and it is currently working on some very exciting and innovating material. As a graduate from the University of Toronto, you will be able to make a real difference in people's everyday lives. Next, we have McMaster. McMaster has very good quality teaching and conducts very innovative research to help extend our knowledge in the field. Their programs also continue to put an emphasis on sustainability. Located in Hamilton, they continue to compete as one of the best in the country. Finally, there's the University of British Columbia, located in Vancouver, BC. Its program in civil engineering is designed to provide students with a solid foundation in both basic sciences and civil engineering skills. There are typically about 400 students in the program, and they continue to push boundaries in terms of knowledge and research. This school is one of the best on the West Coast when it comes to civil engineering. Hopefully, in watching this video, you have learned more about a possible career in civil engineering, and it will help you decide on whether or not you would like to enter this field of study.